What's love? What up, everybody? It's the Good Life podcast, the kickback. It's your boy, Good Life Russ. I know y'all miss these segments, man. I miss them too. I miss getting to know the artist, getting to get a behind the scenes, in depth, first person bio. That's the best one. I don't really like to speak too much up people. I like them to talk about themselves. We got the homie Juiceless Jay in the building. What's up, fam?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey. So we gonna get right into the music. You pretty straightforward. You want to talk about the music. You about the music. So that's what we gonna talk about. So how long you been making music?
I think I made my first beat. I always go back. I look at my dates. The first beat I saved was in 2018, so it's been 6 years now. So first
Wow.
beat I ever made was in 2018.
So we gotta have some insight. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you throw it away? You use it? What happened with it?
So funny thing is, my first beat I ever made, it's terrible. I can't stand it. It's awful, but I keep it because every time like I get to these modes where I'm like, bro, I don't know if I'm doing that good. I don't know if I'm. I go back to that first beat. I listen to it. And I'm like, my nigga, what you grown from here to it, bro? Let me tell you, bro. The beat don't even drop. That's how bad the beat. It never even drop. It's just continuous beat, just continuous sound. So like, I go back and I listen to it. I'm like, brother, if you ever feel like you're not doing well, go back to where you started and look at where you are now. And that it just motivates me every time.
I love that using yourself to propel your career and growth. Like that's key. Cause then you
Yeah.
always gonna have inspiration.
And it's crazy because at the same time I've used it. I've tried to go back and listen to old beats. Like, look at what you sounded like before. And on the opposite end, I've gone back and been like, man, I was this good back then. Like, I'm going back and listening to beats. Like, I made this win. Like, hold on, bro. Like, so I've used it on that side of the spectrum too.
Hey, that's love, man. I feel like you enjoying the journey.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. So why did you start making music?
To be honest, I've always like so since I was a kid, I've always loved music, specifically the beats of music. Like I love rap, like I love lyrics and all that, but like the beats is were really always drawing me to music. Um, it was just something like me, Najee Phil. We was messing around one day when we was kids playing with FL Studio, and then I had always had in the back of my mind like I could use that to make beats. Then around the time like COVID hit and all this, I asked Phil, I was like, hey bro, you still know how to use FL Studio? Can you put it on my laptop? I just was bored during COVID and some, you know what I'm saying, some like just hobby. And then
Mm-hmm.
it turned into something I truly started to love. Like I started getting on YouTube. I went to YouTube University, you know what I'm saying? That's how I really started to master my craft. And
Hey,
just watching them, just going from there step by step. And I was like, man, this is something I really enjoy doing. Like, and then once I started getting into it more in depth, like getting in different genres of music, it was like, yo, I really like this. Yo, this is something I could really do.
so then you took off with it. That's
Yeah,
what I
more than
love to
just a
see.
hobby.
So what do you hear? And it may be a little biased, but what do you hear in your music that you feel is changing the music game, the scene of music?
Um, there's two things. So like one thing I want to say, like I always tell people, and like my best friend can attest to it. I always say like I'm trying to restore the feel. Like I want music to feel good again. Like I want you to hear the beat and like it makes you feel a certain way. Like I don't like R&B sound. Like I want that 2000 R&B where it felt like summertime, where it felt like you were in love, where it felt like, you know what I'm saying? Now all the songs kind of have the same sound, like the same tempo, same. Like I miss those songs that brought like those certain emotions out of you. And the other thing I would say is I don't think you could listen to my beats and be like, this is a Juiceless J beat. This sounds like Justin made it. Like there's so much range that I try to stay on so that you don't know what my beats sound like. You don't know like
Mm.
it's like, oh, you made this too? Or like, damn, you made this one? Like that's how I want to be viewed. I don't want you to be like, oh yeah, I know who made this. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Cause then they gonna have it in their mind and somebody see your name like, oh, hold
I already know what this gonna sound like. You know what I'm saying?
up. And I think that time, like when you come to those type of realizations, when you go listen to it the next time, you're gonna have a whole different heart for what you think you listening to.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Cause yeah, that's me. I listen to R&B, soul all day. Cause of the you could just listen to the instrumental and hear words. like your mind and start thinking of words for real.
I can't tell you how many beats I done made and wrote that made a little hook in my head. Like this could be the hook for whoever use this. But I'm not no
This where
rapper.
they
I'm no
going.
rapper. I'm no rapper.
I love where we are now as far as the producers, the DJs, and the engineers. I love when people get they're just dudes. I feel like a lot of times in sports and music, they act like one person was a part of something that took an orchestra. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what. I listen. I know Drake is who he is Drake. I love Drake. He's a good artist. He can rap. He can sing. He do. Boy Wonder and 40 behind him gave him the sound that he would list. Those two, he probably has to give 70% of his career to them. Like I don't know how you want to split, but like those two really laced him with a sound that we hadn't heard in a while. Like you know what I'm saying? We hadn't
Yeah.
heard that for real. You know what I'm saying? We kind of heard it with Kanye, but they kind of expanded on it. So it was like, man, they laced you with a sound we never heard. But
And I
everybody knows Drake. No, not many people know Boy Wonder. Not many people know 40. We know
right,
Boy Wonder. We know
right.
40. They not household names like Drake.
Right. And it's the irony for me is those are artists and engineers and producers I love the most is the indie. Is the ones the typical person wouldn't know. So now they could just focus on their craft. They ain't gotta be at the
Mm-hmm.
parties or be in the limelight. They could go to the studio.
Straight up.
They live in the studio. I love that. So what project you want to start off? You I've been listening. Man, I see what you're saying as far as you gonna get a different sound, you gonna get a different feel. You can't tell this is all from one person. So where would you start if someone was just finding out for the first time who you are? What project would you start them with?
I was starting with my instrumental soundtrack. It's
Okay.
called Sound of Mine, available on all streaming services, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you got. Um, that one, that is literally just an instrumental album, no lyrics, no nothing, but it's just like 10 beats that I like really crafted to like it if I had to describe it, it's like a good like good mood music. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
if you're at like work in the office and you need some sound in the background, it's good to hear in the background, you know what I'm saying? Or like
Hmm.
just you know what I'm saying? I typically listen to it in the morning when I don't want to hear words or like people yelling on rap lyrics or anything like
Yes.
that. I kind of play it then, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like or late at night when I'm trying to wind down and stuff like that.
Hmm.
That's a good one I would start with. And honestly, I would say my playlist. I have a playlist on Apple Music as well called "Produced by Juiceless Jay," and it just has all the songs that I've of all the artists that I have on Apple Music or Spotify or whatever I worked with that they've released music. That's on the playlist, and it goes from R&B to the boom bap rap to the trap rap to the girl rap. Like it got it all on there.
I love that, man. So give us some insight for these first two projects. What are you like during the duration of a project? How much do you eat? How much do you sleep? Is your life the same when you're not working on a project, or how is that for you?
Um, when I'm working on a project, I kind of I focus in. A lot of things that I typically do, I kind of like that's extracurricular. Like I probably you won't see me out as much. You
Hmm.
probably won't see me on the game as much or something. I'm just going to work and coming home and working on whatever music thing I'm working on. When I recently produced a project for two artists named Muffin Q Man 614. I
Hey,
the 7 for 7 EP. When I did that, it was literally like I was going from work to the studio. I was just that's all I was doing. So when I work on a project, I really just lock in. I focus. My eating habits don't change much. I'm not really a big eater, if you can't tell, but you know what I'm saying. But for the most part, it's just really just focusing on the music and work, and just not focusing on extracurricular things for real.
that's funny you say that because I'm the same way. I don't like to eat or drink a lot when I'm working because I don't want to be in and out the bathroom. Like I just want to be
Man,
locked in.
you feel
I
like
don't
I
need
can't
no
take
upset
no breaks.
stomach, nothing.
Anything that's not dedicated, this time not dedicated to this right now, it don't matter.
I love that. Yeah, that's a vibe. So after you got the instrumental, you got the playlist. What are you having them listen to? Somebody listening to you for the first time?
um, are you asking like what's some of the best tracks?
Yeah, like specifically, what are ones that you was point to? What direction would you would point them in? Let's say that they like R&B.
R&B. So one of my newest singles that I dropped that's coming out. That's gonna be on my mixtape. It's called "What You Doing" by Shamir and Young Truth. That's man, I listen to that every day. I've had the song for like 2 years, so I've been listening to it for 2 years. But it's available everywhere. It's a great song. Shamir, she's an artist out of the city, and her cousin Truth, he's also an artist out of the city. I love working with them. Very talented artists. They got music on streaming service. You can find them too. They're on my mixtape a lot too. Actually, the one that's coming out.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to Triton Labs. That's where I was doing the pod at for a little bit.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, them
Yeah,
the
I
homies.
recorded some stuff up there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's love. I'm gonna have to go listen to that. The What You Doing joint. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does it go for you when you do tracks with the artist? Are you at the shows? Is this more you focus on the beats, or what's your involvement with the song after it's released?
Um. Oh, I'm at every show. I'm at every support and anything like you want me to be like through the whole process. Every artist that I work with, they've always wanted me to be in the studio. They've never wanted me to just send them the beat and they just work on it. They be like, I want you to be there. I want you to say this is right. This is how you wanted this out. Like, and for me, as a producer, I understand that I made the beat, but for me, I'll be wanting the artist to go ahead and like you go ahead and show me what you, and they be asking me the same thing, like, well, how did you want it to sound? I'm like, well, the song you writing ain't even sounding like what I had in my hand, so you just go ahead and we'll meet in the middle or something. But and then after that, like I'm at every show, every performance you want, like any artist I work with, if you send me a flyer for your show, I'll be there.
So do you have a preference as far as creating the song? Do you like to create the song together, or do you send people beats and they send you their verse back? How does that go?
It's about 50-50 for real.
Okay.
I prefer being there when they create the song. I like the whole process. I like to
Yeah.
watch them write it. I like when they rap it before they get in the booth. I like them rapping it and then watching them do the app. I like the whole process of it. The other way, it's cool. I'll say the thing I like about the other way is like you get a surprise. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting
Mm.
here like the night, like check your email real quick. I get it. I'm like, oh, this is great. You know what I'm saying? So you get the little surprise factor. But I do enjoy being there and with the whole creative process of it, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I like that too. I love old school how they used to bring all the instruments in one room and everybody jamming out and vibing. That's why I love what you said earlier about bringing that feel back because I think you could hear it in the music. And it's funny, even when I watch like old clips of Prince, like he was talking about that at the time. He's like a lot of music sounds like a computer or a robot. And he's like, I
It
miss when
sounds
people
real
perform
digitized.
live. And
Like
he's
the way they
like,
sample now, you just listen to the samples now. He's like, this not a sample. Then you just put a different drum on this. Like you didn't even sample nothing. Like it's just the same beat.
exactly. And that's why I love what you're talking about because I'm the same way. Sometimes I'll just listen to straight music and I don't want the lyrics because I feel like sometimes the lyrics is taken from the song. And if
Mm-hmm.
you just ride that beat, you going to hear that song in your head walking through your day. You should. Unless something wrong with you, but the beat did its job. You gotta allow now retain that. And how I like to do is I put soundtracks on life. Like I'll be in the bank, put a little beat behind it, and try to find that rhythm. So
Mm-hmm.
I love being able to see behind the scenes and how y'all create these beats, like just from an idea or from a thought. Do you use other music as a catalyst, or do these beats already be in your head?
So I'll be honest, the way I like start making like it'll just be something like I could be sitting there, I could be watching a movie or something, and a song will play in the background, and it'll be like, well, I'm about to go make something like that. Boy, that sounds crazy. Because another thing I want to do, like I don't want to be limited to just being a producer who just makes music. I want to score films. I want to be the
Mm.
person who picks out this is this song playing here, this plays here. I want to do, you know what I'm saying? Like I when I watch movies, I look for that stuff. Like I watch it, like I listen for the soundtrack. Like what sound are they playing? What song are they playing here? Does this fit here? I think for me it's just something that'll spark me. Like yesterday I went to Trig's listening party. Shout out to Trig, great project coming out. And the
Yes.
whole time I'm in there, I'm listening to them play the project. And Soup made all of these. Shout out to Soup, great producer. I'm listening and I'm like, whole time I'm just sitting there like, boy, I want my laptop, man. I need to get into like this is making me like, damn, I want, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's just something that like sparks me. Like it'll just be random for real. I can't even explain. Like it'll just be there's times where I'll make a beat. I'll make beats for 2 weeks straight, and then I'll go like a month not touching my laptop. So it'll just be a spark out of nowhere.
I feel you. I'm the same way with writing. I love inspiration, but sometimes I just want to get some mud and mold something and see what it look like and try to turn that into something else. But there's no one thing that works. It could be super random, like you in a grocery store. Like that's why my phone notes is chaotic. Like I just be writing stuff down. Like let me remember this for later. Hold up. So, where are you out in as far as other realms in music? Do you care to DJ or rap or sing or?
A lot of people have asked me to rap and all that. I'm never gonna rap. First of all, I hate my voice. I can't stand it. I don't. Everybody, oh, it's not that bad. Nah, not for y'all. Y'all don't hear how I hear it. I don't want to do it. I don't. I'm not. I don't want to be. Also, I don't want to be in like the foreground of stuff. Like you know what I'm saying. I feel like
Hmm.
as a rapper, you have to be in the spotlight. You have to
Hmm.
be. You know what I'm saying. You got to be out there. As far as DJing go, a lot of people has also been trying to push me into that, and I'm not gonna lie, that's something I've been kind of interested in. The crazy thing is, I want to say about a year and a half ago, I got a DJ app on the little app store and all that, and
Hmm.
I didn't cancel the trial in time, so I spent $50 for a year long trial. So I kind of taught myself how to DJ for a little bit for that year trial I had. I did messed around a little bit, something, but nothing too major. But DJ's a lot more complicated than I thought it was. So I was like,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna have to wait on that. Like,
Hmm.
that's really gonna take some time to get into. But there's some good DJs in the city, and I know they done took their 10,000 hours to get where they at. So
Listen, man, people don't think about that. How much time we spend in our craft,
man,
just practicing, just learning, just being bad, being good, all of it.
I tell people all the time, like people ask me like, how many beats you got? How many beats? I'm up to I know I'm over 600 maybe. I don't know. That's not counting what I deleted real quick. Like man, I'm not keeping it. I'm not keeping it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know, I'm sure you done erase something. Like I'm not writing. I'm not like you know what I'm saying. Just wallpaper. I'm not writing that. Like I done deleted so many beats. Like man, I ain't keeping that.
And I think that's the thing that makes someone great, great. It's all the stuff they never used. And some of that stuff could have been other people's best work. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
I keep
like
that in mind when I when I think like, oh man, this is really good. I should hold on to it versus like, but it's not quite how I want it. Like I'm about to just start fresh. And it's funny, I was listening to a movie director the other day. I love movies. I'm a big cinema buff. But he was talking about basically because he started off drawing, he started off doing like straight cartoon back when they had to do it by hand. And he was saying like we gotta do every scene by hand and like flip through basically. So they asked him like, okay, when you take time off and you come back, do you just like jump into it, or is that moment where you like, damn, I don't think I know how to draw no more? You know what I mean? And he's like, and I agree too. I always go through that as a writer. I'm like, damn, I don't think I know how to do this until I start doodling or writing, and I'm like,
me
oh,
with the
I got
beat. Soon
this.
as I be like, man, I don't. And then I start. I be like, oh, never mind, I'm good.
I'm glad to see that's just an artist thing because I used to
I
freak
be
out
like,
like.
no, I'm good. It's just like hooping. You know, you miss that first. You be like, no, I'm good, bro. Hold on, I'm good.
It just rolled out. You like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna make that next one. Hold up, something up. I love to see that, man, because I'm a big Renaissance person. I love when everyone's making art. I love when everyone has art to talk about, and there's not just one center focus, but every industry is getting love, and we
Mhm.
getting there. Streamers, photographers, videographers, you know what I mean? Like people just showing their feet online, like
That streaming stuff is crap, man. Listen, for years our parents was telling us the video games wouldn't make us no money, and that's one of the biggest industries in the world.
yeah, and it's gonna keep growing. And then I love that industry just like movies, because like you said, there's so many jobs within the job that you can do. And
Hmm.
I'm gonna be doing voiceovers for sure. I'm the same way. I don't care to act and be on screen. I love acting, but I don't want that to be a part of my life. I don't want my wife to be an actress. I don't want to act, but I want to direct, and I
Yeah.
definitely would do cartoons. You feel me? And I love that you brought that stuff up because I want these new generations and the old generations that's rediscovering themselves to realize like your talent can take you so many different places. You don't have to just use it one way.
Hmm.
You know what I
And
mean?
and with it with in this day and age, you don't have to blow up today. You don't have
Yeah,
to blow up tomorrow. It could
yeah.
be 20 years from now, brother. Like you know what I'm saying? A lot of people look at it like, oh, I'm too old to be doing. No, you're not, bro. You're not too old to be doing anything. like
Yeah.
ever.
And sometimes that journey of when you were starting it was the practice. That was all the work you gonna throw away. And now
Hmm.
it seems like things are starting over, but it's like, cause this is the game now. It ain't a fire drill no more. Like the building on fire. What you gonna do? You
You
gonna sit
quiet.
there? You
This
gonna
is
get a
fine. This
bucket?
is
What you
fine.
gonna do?
This is fine.
Right? The bells always do that. It's good. We're good. So now I love that we're all pushing each other that way because we're gonna get the best work, and we needed that. A lot of these professions, considering music, movies, like people got shamed out of them. You either had to look a certain way or you had to sound a certain way.
Hmm.
So now that the world's kind of just like, all right, what you got? I feel like this is our time to shine. You feel me?
For
So that'll
sure.
segue us into your project coming up in July. I want to hear about that. What's the inspiration? Some of the artists you working with?
Okay, so the project is called Lost Ones because honestly, all the music that like you're about to hear on this is like from 4 years of me just having unreleased tracks. Like I've been holding on to these tracks. I don't know what the artists want to do with them, what I wanted to do with them. So they're basically all, and I just compiled them together and I'm gonna put it out as a project. Couple of the artists that I'm working with, I got my best friend. Her name is Candace. She's on the project. She has a song. I'm working with my dog Bill. He just moved down to Texas. He's from the city too though. But Bill B, you can check him out on all streaming services. I got my boy Jay Business. He's from the city. I got Truth and Shamir. They're on there too.
Hmm.
And it's some other people that I haven't met. I didn't meet them in person, but I know them through people. So it's a couple of other artists on there that's like that worked on my projects through other people that who shot my beats around and stuff like that. So
Nice.
yeah, so I got that coming out. We're looking to shoot a music video for the Freak song pretty soon. So
Okay.
stay tuned for that. Yeah, yeah, I'm just really excited. I made the artwork for it and everything too. Those are all actually old pictures from my old like 3 years ago, if you can tell by my hair.
Oh, that's
But
gonna
yeah,
be a
so
lot.
yeah, also that's another thing I want to point out. All the artwork you see on any of my like anything I release personally, I made it myself. I did that.
Nice.
Like if it's my name on there, I made the artwork too.
So is that a preference thing? Is it a time and convenience thing, or you like to put your touch on it?
As far as the artwork,
Yeah.
as far as the artwork, I'm not gonna lie. When I first got into music, when I started listening to music and seeing me like artwork, like album art and all that, kind of like meant something when I first
Mm.
started. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, I love the Clips. The first album I ever bought myself was Lord Willing by the Clips.
Yes,
That
fire.
cover art, right? Like that, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? So like I've always been drawn to making stuff look appealing as well. Like you know what I'm saying? Like even if you don't hear my so like you would see the cover art, and be like, let me check this out because that art look
Yeah.
cool. That look, you know what I'm saying? So I've always been big on that. And I really do like the design. Like I've also offered it for other artists. Like they be like, you make cover. I'm like, yeah, I'll make yours too. Like I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
So you doing what you love.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything. I just do what I love, man.
I love that too, because with the art, that literally becomes a calling card of communication. Like when I see certain art, I'm like, oh, they know something. They know something
Hmm.
I know. You can see the inspiration. You know what I mean? Like how Akira hit everything, and you
Hmm.
start to see that one cut. To me, that's the perfect representation of art because it's paying homage. These people aren't trying to steal; they're inspired.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like the best art is you are inspired. You got mentors. You got people you like, yo, how did you create that? Like, I got questions. Just because you want to create something, you feel me? You want to express yourself in that way. So yeah, everything we touch is hip hop. And I think a lot of the world is starting to realize that. And I think we got kind of a responsibility to feed hip hop because it has to keep changing and evolving. It can't just be one thing because we're not all the same person.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But as true as bucket hats and certain beats, like shit don't die. It just keeps coming back.
You're right. You
You
absolutely
feel me?
right.
So I'm excited to hear this project. So what is somewhere you want to take this project as you see yourself evolving through? Are there pieces where you like, okay, this one's gonna be the video, we're gonna do an event for this or this, I want to push a different way. how are you evolving the process of you actually releasing?
Um, yeah. So I'm planning on having like a listening party before it actually
Okay,
drops. So
nice.
I'm had that planned out soon here. Um, we're shooting a video for Freak. I wanted to see. I think Shamir and Truth were down for a video for the other song as well. Um, I got a lot of my friends around the city actually are DJs, so I'm gonna send the MP3s out to them. My friend Candace, she's connected with a couple hip hop blogs, so we gonna shop it around there and everything. We just gonna try to push it as much as we can. You know what I'm saying? That way, if I can get a sound, you know what I'm saying, get a
Hmm.
viral song, because I really think one of them gonna go viral. I mean, in
Yes,
this day and
yes,
age, you know what I'm saying, all you need is one TikTok song and you up. that
yeah.
that
Let
and
LeBron
I
play
can
your shit
say
on the
that
way to
too.
work.
That I like it and I don't like it.
Hmm.
I like it for the independent artists who all right, I can blow up, I can get big off of this. That's cool. But then the big artists who like, oh, I'm just gonna make a TikTok song so I could be platinum. So it's like I like it for y'all, hate it for y'all. Like you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. And that's the hard part of everything we get and try to use. They looking over your shoulder like, what you working on?
Like, oh, let me do that too. Like Drake making a TikTok song, brother. You never need to make a song that goes viral on
At
TikTok
all,
ever.
at
Let
all,
them young
man.
boys have that lane, man.
And I think that's what's so hard about getting people that famous because they're gonna want to hold on to that fame. They never gonna want because that's gonna become their identity. That's gonna what they feel like. Oh, Aubrey's gone. Like I just
Mm-hmm.
gotta be Drake all the time. And when people really realize how long he's been on, like bro had a good run. Bro had a real good run. And now it's time to play that behind the scenes role. But like you said, the rapper gotta be in front of the camera now, so they don't be wanting to step down. I seen it with Ross. I seen it with a lot of artists I loved on when it was just them. But when they
Mm-hmm.
got that label, things change. You know what I mean? And labels always been an issue with me because even locally, a lot of artists I notice won't do things they feel like a label does because they feel like the label is supposed to do these things for you.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't realize a lot of these artists that blew up was handing out CDs, was doing free shows, was
Yeah,
doing college tours.
like that's another. I can speak to that too because I remember during the whole Drake and Kendrick beef, they were trying to clown Kendrick Lamar because he was performing at a Best Buy. But I'm like, that's the problem right there. We don't have artist development no more. We're throwing Ice Spices right on stage in front of Rolling Loud with no training, bro. She doesn't need to be in a crowd that big for her first show. She needs to be at the local corner store or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
something
right.
small, and then you grow your artist. But now it's like if you make a hit right now, we're gonna milk you for what we got. If you can't make another hit within the next 15 minutes, brother, see you later. We're not developing you. That's it. Bye. We got our money. You got your money. We good. Of course, we gonna get the 90% of the money. And here's your little 10% for making the
Yep.
track. Thanks for signing this over to us too. So if you make anything else, it's ours too, just in case you do go viral. And I just be like, bro, y'all run right into this every time. Like I don't get it.
Yeah. And chasing that what they think can come from it, I feel like you're missing the substance in it. Like I don't think it would be a good idea to work with Pharrell because he's Pharrell. I think it'd be a good idea because everything you're gonna see and learn and soak up and pick up the connections. And I feel like too, people are getting away from that. It's just about the track or the numbers. And I feel like when people was having fun making music, we got the best music.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't always the most healthy people.
They going.
But we got some fire music.
That's another thing I want to restore. I want music to be fun again, man. I hate that like people, but I'm not gonna lie to you. It just seems like when artists did try to make it fun, they got clown, and now everybody's like everything is drill this, everything is kill that. But when Chance the Rapper was making fun hip hop, we was clowning him. It wasn't cool. It was whack. But now all it is murder, murder, kill, kill my op. Like now you saw it. There's no
Mhm.
room for Chance no more because y'all deemed him corny. There's no room for them right like the Kyles or the you know what I'm saying, all those rappers who don't rap the street shit, who just rap with poppy kind of beats and just have fun on tracks. You don't have that no more because y'all said that was corny. So now all y'all got is the Chief Keef clones and the drill artists and the one kill murder bang bang like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm gonna put some on the listeners too of society. People gotta step out of their comfort zone as far as shows. A show in your backyard versus show in the club versus festival versus stadium are all different shows. All different experience, probably all different artists.
Within the last 2 years, I've been to something like all of those. Like I went to my first concert. My first concert was Travis Scott, by the way. So I
Hey,
think I don't think I should have went to Travis Scott first because everybody else probably just gonna be on here. Like I was like, this is not good. Like, but so I've been to all those things, and you're right. Every single one of them have a different feel. You connect to the music differently in every sense of those like. But people only see like, oh, you only selling out concerts. Another good example, JT doing the club tour. That's genius to me. Get back to the
hmm
roots of what hip hop was. Make it what it
hmm
was, bruh. Y'all trying to clown her like, oh, she doing clubs. That's what artists do. That's what they do, bruh.
Cause now you helping the club helping you, you helping the economy, you helping locals, you getting them excited. It's a lot more happening than just people being entertained. But I think it's we've been demoted to that because of the interest of the crowd, the interest of the person coming to the show. And that falls too on the artist and the promoter and the venues. Like everyone has to work together to have a cohesive night. And a lot of the club goers got lazy. They just like, all right, well, the promoter gonna make sure we have fun. Like, nah, if you come in here with your bad attitude, you probably ain't gonna have fun. Ain't nothing I can do
Oh,
to make you have fun at that point. I'm trying to protect my own peace. You feel me? Like, so as we all start like worrying about, is this person enjoying themselves? Is this person safe? Because all of those things used to fit back into hip hop. Like they was doing block parties. Now dangerous activity, especially at
can't
night.
do no block party today.
You feel me? It'll be a whole different type of situation. We went to Afro Punk last year. That was my first time going. And that was insane, but I got to understand more so because my favorite are like South by Southwest. Those are
Mhm.
my favorite type of shows, like Woodstock. That's something like what I want to do. You know what I mean? Because it can get back to just being about being free and hearing some music and being outside and seeing random people you might not ever see again, but you can connect with over this song. You feel me? So now at least when you hear this song, it'll bring you back to this moment. And I think it has to go through phases. I kind of outgrew club shows because I think that's a younger crowd's game. You know what I mean? The
Definitely,
club
that's
period.
definitely for them. That's a young man's game, brother.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to be too drunk to be comfortable in there. I'd rather just let them have it.
I'm not trying to stand shoulder and shoulder off no tequila, brother.
It's
Like, I'm
slow.
not.
It's slow. And when we were coming up too, there was a lot of shows.
And
It
what
was
we
a
listening to? Who we listening to? Standing shoulder
yeah.
to shoulder, brother. It might be who we listening to.
We gotta make sure we on the same page in here, man. We all try to have a good time, you dig? So how do you feel now as far as where music has the potential to head? Because I see a lot of people saying streaming's dead. I see a lot of them saying radio's dead. Where do you feel like music is heading in its next 5, 10 years?
Um, I don't think it's heading in a good like. As far as like the sound of it,
Hmm.
it's all about the sound like TikTok because everybody's gonna want that viral hit. I need to make something that they could do a little dance to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My daughter comes upstairs every day with a new dance to a song that I'm playing. Like, what is that? Like, what do you mean that's the dance to that? Like, why would $1 Million Baby need a dance? It's not a dance. So I'm like, yo. But as far as streaming, I, I think we have to change the way we view streaming and like what we consider like good albums and all that now because
Yes.
like you can get 1 million streams and that's your album going platinum. You know what I'm saying? Like whereas like Jay-Z, people was going out during 9/11 and going to buy his CD with physical money. You know what I'm saying? Like that's different than selling like I'm just playing it on this app for an hour and you that's a buy like 7 people bought it because I played it for an hour. No, that doesn't make sense to me. So I think like because for example, I just seen a stat like 2 weeks ago. It said something like Polo G is like the first rapper to have all his first like 7 albums go double platinum. Like I don't even know the name of a Polo G album. How did he do
I
that?
don't
Like you
either.
know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying bro bad. I'm not saying he's not a good rapper, but how could you have gone platinum in a genre I love, and I don't know one of your albums. Like not one song, not one bar, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a
Yeah.
feature from you from years ago, but like I don't know you. Like how are these artists going platinum? How are these artists the #1 on the billboards and all that? I don't. It doesn't make sense to me. I be getting confused. Like I don't know if we should keep counting this because like it's just it's like I said, it's a machine. Like if I could drop something, and as long as my core fan base like it, I'ma sell. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna like Nicki Minaj could drop anything, and it's gonna sell because Nicki Minaj's fan base has gotten so big that no matter what she does, it's gonna sell. Her, Beyonce, Drake, who's another example?
Rihanna.
Rihanna. And I'm not saying these artists aren't good artists. I'm not saying there
No, I
aren't
get what you're saying.
but they could drop. And Kanye's another one. He dropped the song
They're
saying
not they're
"Stupid
not they're
Poop."
not always making the best music, but they gonna get the most sales.
They gonna get it every time because they've reached that level of fandom where I can do no wrong now. No matter what I put
Yeah.
out, it's gonna be a hit to my
And
fans.
they not being honest about that no more. I remember when we was coming up, Walker was like, "Y'all think I know I can't rap, but they buy it, so I rap." He like, "I ain't trying to be the best rapper. I'm probably trash." He like, "But they gonna come bop their head and they gonna rock to my beats." So here I
Like
am.
I really like I don't want to ruffle too many feathers, but like I use Beyonce as an example. I believe Beyonce's music was better before the whole like Jay-Z cheating on me. I don't really
Same.
the whole so like the Beyonce that loved her husband. I think that music was better. Am I saying this music that she's making is not bad? Is bad? No, I just don't think it is good. But everyone will make it seem like these albums are as good as Dangerously in Love. Let's be real with ourselves. No, it's not. No, it's not.
That was a different time.
You know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce dropped like the self-titled. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Lemonade's not on that level, bro. I don't.
Nah.
You know what I'm
Lemonade
saying?
was more the appeal. It was the shock value.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she dropped out of nowhere. Like, yeah, she can do that. She got a church in Atlanta.
Like
She ain't running. She can do that.
you can do
she,
no wrong,
she's
bro.
godly
You
to
can do
these
no
people
wrong.
now. Now I feel the same way, and I feel like again, music was more edgy back then. Cause Patti LaBelle get on an interview and talk shit about Whitney Houston. Like
Mm-hmm.
Prince would get on the interview and say, like,
Be
I
like, my
don't
mic
think
is on. I don't know about
Bon
them other
Jovi
lip
is what
syncing
y'all
niggas.
think he is. Like they would call each other out. We don't have that
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Mm-mm.
Only rappers do that now.
And if you do that, you hate it. Like it's
Yeah.
automatic. Like it's automatic. Like for example, when Cole dropped this shit about Wale and Kanye, when he's telling Wale like, brother, you not bad. Who cares what they saying on Twitter? And everybody was like, oh, he dissing. He didn't diss him, bro. He never dissed him. He just said,
Ever.
bro, your music good. Just stop listening to Twitter. I don't
And I
listen
wish
to
I could
Twitter.
tell Wale that personally. His music declined when he started responding to Twitter. And you can hear where he's responding to a tweet in the verse. Like, bro, who
Like, dude, dude,
like
dude, dude.
you have nothing to prove to these
Your
people.
core fans endured poetry through your rhymes, brother. We don't need you to explain
And he
nothing.
was bringing the go-go, and you like, I love that when he started like writing Stan letters and turning to Eminem. Like, bro,
I'm
this
like,
ain't
dude,
you.
okay, dude.
This ain't you. Your fans ain't saying them things, bro. Like, this ain't you, man. And now look at everybody. Like, but that's the scope of how music's been. It's really hard for a group to stay together because of ego and politics and fame and people whispering in your ears and finances.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. That's why we all love the Temptations, the Five Heartbeats, whether these movies is real or not. You dig? We love the fact these groups kept fighting for the music.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't let the personal stuff get in the way. They ain't let the drugs, the women.
Man, Wu-Tang had 9 niggas and 2 of them niggas was trying to kill each other. And ended up being on an album together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas
Tell
knew
me
like,
you
hey,
watched the Wu Tang show.
huh?
Tell me you watched the Wu Tang show.
Of course,
That's
brother.
one of the greatest shows ever created.
Listen, I'll tell you what, that RZA episode where he like is making the beat and everything, brother. When I tell you that shit is so accurate to making, I swear to God, it's so accurate. I was like, man, that's really how I be. Like you see this, like I see somebody playing the drums, I see somebody clapping, I see somebody, you know what I'm saying? So I see it, and when I stop them, they didn't stop clapping. When I really see it that way, like the way he was doing it, I'm like, nah. And I've made beats in front of people, and they're like, this sound good, and I'm like, nah, you not hearing it. And then I fix it, and they're like, Oh, I'm like, yeah, you wasn't hearing it, bro. You wasn't.
Not yet, not yet. Close your ears. Hold on. All right, come on, come on. And that's essence what you bringing back. Like I think that's going to, because as we see it, I love biopics because it always starts off with somebody super famous, and then the person the movie's about is like 9 years old with their little notepad. You feel me? Like you
Hmm.
seeing it happen. But people got to get back to wanting to be that great, and to me is you got to challenge that what you think is good. You always have to challenge it. We can't become content in what we working on. And I think if you like it, it's successful. I think if you like it enough to put it out, it's successful. Then from that point, I start planning. Okay, like you said, can this be a commercial? Can I do this in a movie?
Hmm.
I might remix this, throw this on the ice cream truck, give it a whole
Man,
new
I
flavor.
made a beat a week ago, and I swear to God, it sounded like it's supposed to be on Mario Kart. I'm like, man, I gotta get this shit to Sony or something. Somebody gotta put this on a game, bro.
And we had to get into these positions because it's hella nepotism in politics in any industry. So a lot of us now are realizing if we infiltrate, we get in there. That's the position I want to be in. I want to hit the homie like, look, we making a movie with Will Smith. Send me 10 tracks right now.
Hmm.
We gonna get at least three on there, even if it's just on a commercial. You know what I mean? Because that propelling, now you have that Nicki Minaj Drake effect. Like, motherfucker listening to it, they're like, who that? Bro on a commercial.
For real,
Don't
for
even know your
real.
name. Like, bro on a commercial.
I
I
made
like
that
that
little
ice
Wendy's
cream
beat. You
too.
hear that
Like,
shit? Yeah, that's me. The little tire
and
joint.
that's
Yeah,
something to get
I did that.
excited about. And that's something we got the opportunity to do. I love everybody's craft. I love everybody's work. But I gotta call a spade a spade. Like I read certain books and I'm like, like I could do this. And they like, yeah, New York's bestseller. And I'm just like,
Oh,
who
brother,
you
brother.
know? Who you
Trust me,
know?
you should know how I feel. I listen to music. I'll be like, well, I could have made a bit. Listen, every Megan Thee Stallion song, I'll be like, girl, just let me make the beat. Damn it, like, please, bro, please.
Stuff we do every day. They paying these idiots 20 grand to make a commercial, 10-second commercial about nothingness.
But what I am going to start
I
doing, because
need
I've
it.
noticed a lot of the rappers and a lot of the girl ones especially, they'll put their music out. Like if they put out a single, like Meg just did it. She put out her single, and on the single album, it got like the single, then it got the instrumental, then it got just the vocals. I'm gonna take them vocals and I'm about to put it on one of my beats and then upload it and see if people like that better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like start doing
Yeah.
that. Because some people had asked me, they was like, would you ever do like AI on your beats or no? Why would I use an AI rapper to rap on my shit? And they was like, you could be like, what's gonna happen when he gotta show up for a show, brother? Like, I ain't got nobody. I'm just gonna put my phone up and be like, yeah, this who's rapping. Like,
Bro started texting you about his royalties and shit.
yeah.
What you gonna do
I
then?
started checking my account, like, what you mean Apple Pay took my money?
Your charger ain't gonna work till I get my money. You got till Friday.
Like, yeah,
I'm
so
about to
like,
tell the whole house not to rock with you. You got till Friday to give me my royalty check. AI ain't gonna turn on us, man. I'm in the same boat. I seen a funny meme that said, I don't want AI to write my story or like create the art. So I got to do the laundry and dishes. Like I want to do the art.
yeah, like I don't.
Why don't you do the laundry and dishes and let me do
I'm
the
not
art?
cool with that. Like people be like, "Oh, these AI songs." Like everybody was hype about that one AI Drake song. And it was like it's fire. I'm like, bro, that's not fire to me.
I didn't like it.
I don't like that shit. Like, and I don't know. Maybe it's because I listen to music a lot or I do music, but like I can tell when it's not the actual artist, bro. You
Same.
can tell by the way they breathe, their cadence, all that. You know how artists actually sound. You
It's
can fake it all you want, but I'm gonna know like, nah, that
it's
ain't
a
him, bro.
critique that I'm seeing across critics in all genres. Like a lot of people don't know the movie Wish from Disney. Like half of that is AI, the illustration and the writing and the songs. So it's the same critics. It just feels soulless. It
Hmm.
doesn't feel like a human made this.
I don't even
Listening
fuck
to
with
it,
like the
hearing it,
like when they do the like they take a song from now and make it like a 1950s. But I don't even fuck with that. Like, bro, I'm
I
not
don't
trying
like
to
it.
that shit. Nah, man. Like, nah,
I don't
bro.
like it. They doing that with motivational speakers too. They're trying to get art without the artist, and it's impossible.
It's not gonna work. It's
It's
not gonna work.
impossible. Because then who's gonna be the audience? What will be the point? The computer don't care. You just
Like he was like,
digitally
shit,
made something.
this good enough. Fuck it. I don't.
Computer just like anything else, bruh. Can I go to sleep?
Like the
Am
computer,
I
like my
done?
feelings are hurt. Oh no.
Did I make a mistake? What?
I don't give a fuck if you rate this low. Go ahead.
So we remove ourselves from that catalyst, everything will fall. But I think they know we ain't never gonna stop making art.
Mm-mm.
You ain't never gonna see a kid in poverty not beating on the. You dig? Like how we was doing on the table with clips like that. That was revolutionary, bro. I know the principals is like, what is happening? Everybody in the lunchroom beating on the table, like,
They probably had meetings like, hey, have y'all heard the song at least? Like,
are they on drugs?
what
What
the
is
hell is
going
this? A
on?
cult?
But I mean, come on, you giving us milk and pizza at 9 in the morning. Like this is all we can do to keep
Hey,
our mind
listen,
off this
you turn
BS.
me up. You turn me up. Give me them peanut butter bars and honey buns and shit. I'm what I'm supposed to do. And I go to gym before 10. Yeah, I'm
And
out.
all my best buddies in here with me. Y'all, yeah, we gonna cut up, man.
Look like the food.
We getting kicked out. We have to. And now these all the people I see moving and shaking, being great parents. Like I was always getting sent to the office. You feel me? But I did my work too. I was in school learning. And now I'm glad I was being aware like that because I'm seeing life like repeat itself. But I tell people life is gonna keep restarting, but what are you doing? Because if you went back to kindergarten today, I could probably finish kindergarten in a day. And it's gonna take me the whole day because I'm taking a nap. I'm getting snack. I'm taking advantage. You hear me? I ain't rushing through this now.
And I can't cap to you. I was never that kid. You know the kids used to, I didn't want to take. I didn't. Not me. They used to like lay down for a nap. I'm like, say less.
I'm going down.
I was out like, yup, boy, get my cot. Get my cot
So
for me.
it's starting to show, and I think what testament it shows too is we just can't be programmed. Like we
Mhm.
can't. That's how I am with my writing. I'm trying to write in a style that's new. I had some classes and some schooling, but I didn't like how they was trying to teach people how to write. It felt too proper. It felt white.
Mhm.
And I'm like, my story, how I write it, I wanted you to feel like I'm talking to you. I want you to read it like a conversation and then allow your mind to start creating that picture. I'm not ever going to tell you what you should see. I don't know what you should see. You dig? This is just that catalyst. But if you come into it looking for a red ball, that's what you're going to see.
And that's
You
how
know
I
what I
feel
mean?
about like the producers that I look up to. I'm looking at these dudes like they've been in the band since they was kids. They play all these instruments. They went to school for this and all. Brother, I just started this 6 years ago, randomly. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. What if I would have did all that? Like, what if I
Yeah.
started back when y'all did? You know, I be looking at like DJ Mustard got his new album come. I got him as a kid playing a little bit. I'm like, damn, I ain't got no. I didn't do this shit as a kid. You know what I'm saying? But if I could, man, I couldn't even imagine where I'd be if I started way back then, like when they
Hmm.
started.
And I think you in a good position. They gave you that versatility now to be mutable in those different situations. A lot of those, like even mega DJs, they were just stuck in the music. Like DJ Jazzy Jeff. Will Smith had to pull him into acting. Like bro didn't even want to act. He was so deep in the trenches of DJing.
And became one of the best characters on the damn show. Like, hey, bro, come on.
On accident. And almost lost a friend. Like, nah, bro, I can't show up. Bro, texting me. He said in his book, Will, like, bro, you coming? Like, what? This a free gig to act and get paid to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Your own likeness, your own name.
We just gonna call you Jazz, bro. That's your name. Yeah.
And now he immortalized with that. You feel me? So that's sometimes I noticed that too. Like things in school, I felt like I was stuck. Or I felt like I can't grow within this lesson. But when I was just learning on YouTube and listening to the crazy person on the side of the road, you learn something for real. Like you start
Yeah.
seeing things from a different perspective.
I
And
definitely, I'm
that's
definitely a
what the world
YouTube
missing.
champ. YouTube is my go. I'd be like, boy, I don't know something. Let me just go see if YouTube know. And I'd be like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. And I've seen some cold artists come out of schools. But I've seen some random homeless people that can draw like, bruh.
You be
I'm like,
surprised when
what?
people just got talents. Like I don't be telling people like they be like, you can draw. I be like, yeah, I can draw, bro. I just don't ever do it. I just don't. It's just not something I do. But if you ask me to, when I used to work with them kids, I used to be sitting there bored. I draw something like you can draw. I'm like, yeah, I don't do it though. Don't ask me to draw you nothing, no shit like that. Like,
They be feeling betrayed and lied to. Like, what? You so
hey,
you
I
can
didn't
do
know
this
you could
this
do
whole
that. Like,
time.
I'm just gonna come out like, yeah, I'll be drawing.
Yeah, I just got a tattoo and you draw. All right. Bet. You done with that beat, by the way? But I love it, man. I love that now we are serving ourselves, serving the community, but making dope freaking art. This stuff is gonna be stamped. Like if people ain't gonna feel this in 100 years, I don't want to put it out. I don't want to. I don't want it to be a weekend thing. Like I want you to be talking to your grandkid about this. Like everybody sit down. Let me
And it's
tell you
crazy
about
because
40 years ago.
the newest single that I got out, the Freak single, everybody coming up to me like, "You made that beat. You made that beat hard. That beat hard." I'm like, "Well, I made that beat 4 years ago. That's a 4-year-old beat. The sound that was the sound 4 years ago ain't the sound today." So I was like, "Damn, that's crazy. Y'all still fucking with it." That beat 4 years old.
And I think that's the journey sometimes is can you hold on to it versus like, nah, I gotta put it out. But it's like when it's ready, it's ready. I'm gonna hear that ding on the oven. I'm gonna know when it's time to come out.
For sure.
And my best work, I let it marinate. I wasn't too quick to try to create it. I'm like, let's see where this goes. Cause I'm a different person next season. So I like to
Mm.
leave work open ended. I'll work on 10 projects at once. And then next season I may finish 2. And then next season I may scrap 2 and start 3 more. And I love a big workload. Cause some days I just want to work. I don't want to do nothing but breathe and work. That's it. Cause in that mix, I feel like I'm gonna start getting my idea for like my next series or next project. And then I tell people when your mind is full, you write. Like when your mind is empty, you read. So it's gotta be that balance of just pouring in and I didn't have a lot of time for friendships. I had to realize that in this career.
Hmm.
Like it's a lot of lonely nights, it's a lot of long nights. How do you fare with that? How do you fare with like isolation and just the long hours?
Um, I don't know if it's different for like a writer versus a producer, but like I'm like the opposite, brother.
Okay.
People are always around me when I'm working on my like
Okay.
'cause as a producer, it's always someone who wants to hear the beat. So I'm like always in like, and I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I feel like I'm gonna say every artist I've worked with, they've never just treated me as like the nigga who just make the beats. Like Metro, go make some drums. Like, nah,
Yeah.
they ain't never treated me like that. Like they want me there. They want me. They want me. They want me to hear it. Like they'll rap it to me before they hear the beat. They'll like, you know what I'm saying? They'll do all kinds of shit. I'm like, oh, I'm more than just a producer to you. You really need me to help you make this track. You really need me to help you work on this project. You really need me to. So for me, it's like the opposite. I don't get the
Okay.
isolation when I'm working on shit. It's like everybody's around. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm not working on something, that's when I get to be like, all right, y'all
I'm
can all
chilling.
go away for a second. Like you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, for me as a writer, I prefer the isolation because I can be around somebody and they talking about peaches, and now peaches is like in what I'm writing. So sometimes I just need my thoughts to be the only thoughts in my head and my voice to be the only voice like in the room. But yeah, after it's done, I have to bounce it off everybody just to see, because some people will be like, all right, but what if this was cherries instead of raspberries? And I'm like, damn, I may have to tweak a few things later, but that might hit. Hold up, let me go. So I write it again as cherries and change the things and then put them side by side, like while I'm by myself, and then let them know like which one I decided. I'm getting better at learning to write with people. I think that is a unspoken talent to be able to work with other people and both of y'all be at a high level. And there not be, like you said, any intimidation or any like I don't like when people try to little bro me. I'm the youngest, but I ain't never came off as no little bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
don't try to little bro me, bro.
See, for me, it's like when I'm making a beat. If I'm making the beat and shit, I could be sitting there doing. I could be rocking to it. But if I look up and I see the people in the room and they like making the face or something, like, yeah, okay, this one, or they like, oh, this shit hard, or they like, hey, hang on, do that again, or something. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, okay, y'all fucking with that then. So for me, it's like I'm probably like the exact opposite of you. I like the people to be there. I kind of need them to be there. So because anything can sound good to me. And there's one beat and it's on the mixtape. Tim, I hate this beat. Like, no, like if you ask me what's the worst beat I ever made, I'm gonna tell you it's this beat. But there's not one person who's heard this beat who told me it wasn't the hardest beat. They be like, this shit is so hard. I can't believe you don't like nothing about that. Like they done made a song over and everything. I just be sitting there like, I don't like this shit. I don't know. It literally makes me cringe in real life. Like I'll play it and I'll just sit there like, I gotta leave the room or something. Like, nah, I don't fuck with that, man. But they loved it, so I kept it. I mean,
Now I gotta hear the beat. Now I
hey,
have
man,
to hear
listen,
the beat.
I'll tell you, the Just Friends. It's called Just Friends. I don't know what track number it is. It might be like 11, but that beat, I just can't.
So are the beats on the instrumental up for someone to use? Have they been used already?
The one on my instrumental album.
Yeah.
None of those beats have been used for anything. Those were literally just something I put out for like some. It was actually like my first like test of like how DistroKid and stuff works. So I wanted to see like how long it takes, what it like the
Okay.
process and all that. So I used that as like my first like tester for real. So
That's
if you
smart.
do want to rap on them, please hit me up. Let me know. I'll send you the MP3 files, and because a lot of them you can make songs too. But a lot of them there are for me personally, I feel like you can just listen as well. Like you don't need lyrics to hear these songs.
Hmm. Okay. And that's something big that I love about where the world is headed, because somebody can dig up your stuff from 10 years ago and be like, I'm about to use this for a movie. Like, you know what
I'll
I
be like,
mean? You forgot about it. They
yes,
like, you're like, you
yes,
sure? Like, all right,
hey.
let me know when you need something else. That's what I love about this game. It's like it's no incentive that, like you said, have to be great or be done today. Just
Hmm.
work on your craft, study your craft, research your craft. And I love being bad because it gives me room to get good and
Hmm.
learn. You know what I mean? Like how to expand on what I'm doing versus like this just being that one-off thing. I want runoffs. I want series. I want dolls, books. I want when I work
The
on something,
whole
I
the whole
want
shebang. Oh
everything.
yeah. I feel that. Like when I first started like the whole Juiceless Jay and producer thing, I want me to be a company of like entertainment. You can come to me for this, you can come to me for that. You can come to me for, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. A glass of water. That's what they man, listen. I love it. So what do you want to lead the people with? We done covered the projects. We got to know you. We gonna come back too once the project is out. Cause I want to hear from you. I want to hear from some of the features. And then we can break down the songs. Cause I want to have more musical segments and get music back on this show. So what you want to lead the people with?
July 12th, Lost Ones, all streaming services. Juiceless J, go get that. After I drop that, I'm gonna really lock in and focus, and I'm gonna do an album. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna like hand pick everything. I'm gonna make sure everything sounds how it's supposed to sound. Like everything is gonna be curated to exactly how I want. So stay tuned for that announcement. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. You can find me on all streaming services, all social media, Juiceless J. If you play the game, I play PlayStation 5. Juiceless J, you know what I'm saying? I'm nice at 2K. We got a link and play 2K because I know you be seeing me post my stats. I be killing
I
you.
have been.
You know what I'm saying? I do my thing, baby. I do my thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, it was a pleasure, man. I definitely want to say I'm proud of you. Congratulations on all the success and the future success that's going to come. I get excited. I get excited, not just when people I know, but people that look like us, people that move like us. When we getting through life, we navigating, we growing up. You know what I mean? It's crazy to see it. A lot of us seen each other as kids. So to come back and now we got kids, we telling like, get up,
Right. We done
get
came a
your ass in
long
the
way from playing
shower.
that
You feel
college
me? Like it's
hoops
a
on Brent now. We done came a
came a
long
long way, man. So this was a wonderful show, man. I really appreciate you coming and gracing the presence. We about to spend a week of just sending clips, putting this everywhere, posting this everywhere. Make sure y'all share, like, follow. Y'all got the names. Y'all know where we at, man. Y'all know what we do. I appreciate you again, my brother, and we're
I
gonna talk real
appreciate you for
soon.
having me, bro.
Yes, sir. Always. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe. We out.
All right.
Peace.